basket, throw it in the water, watch it float down river to sea, smiling and waving, blisters from just living. Was it good for you? 'Cause it was awful for me. Explain now, the small print it didn't understand. Treat me like a rookie, you must have mistook me by all those times you've had a slap on your hand. You're your own worst critic, don't give me that shit, it's the least you can do for wasting our sweet time. Everyone's been paid out money, it's been laid out weeks in advance, and now you're changing your mind. Him up from nothing on a wooden chair, away in wine bottle and a heavy heart. Did my very best, now they're leaving the nest. World, be gentle when you tear them apart. You're your own worst critic, don't give me that shit, it's the least you can do for wasting our sweet time. Everyone's been paid out money, it's been laid out weeks in advance, and now you're changing your mind. Since the color of the sun cut flat and covering these crossroads I'm standing at. Or maybe it's the weather or something like that, but mama, you've been on my mind. I don't mean trouble, please don't put me down or get upset. I am not pleading, saying I can't forget you. I do not walk the floor, bow down and bend just yet. Mama, you've been on my mind. Even though my eyes are hazy and my thoughts, they might be narrow, where you've been don't bother me or bring me down with sorrow. And I don't even care who you'll be waking with tomorrow. Well, Mommy, you're just on my mind. When you wake up in the morning, baby, look inside your mirror. You know I won't be next to you. You know I won't be near. I'm just curious to know if you can see yourself as clear as someone who's had you on his mind. Thank you. If it's your will, I'll arrange it. It may be weird, but it ain't the strangest. But who knows, 'cause I might be insane. Two strikes and hold on, hang tough until you tell me that enough is enough. And I can't say I'd blame you all the same. Thin skin, but it's getting thicker. Well, if you're going to be rude, you've got to be a good tipper. And I don't have the cash to play this game. If you swing the hammer, I'll level the frame. If you fight for friction, I'll fan the flames. If you take the wheel, I'll work the gas. Headlong receiving one hell of a pass. From the nosebleeds he's ringing with a mouthful of sand. Dust yourself off, mount upright again. You shouldn't need reminding several times just to breathe. It's really quite simple, hard to believe. You're walking on glass, counting paces. One long road paved on saving graces. When I arrive, redemption won't be the same. Glowing as you should on your shelf, as if I enjoyed this or it's good for my health. If I was driving, I would gladly refrain. Swing the hammer, I'll level the frame. If you fight for friction, I'll fan the flame. If you take the wheel, I'll work the gas. Headlong receiving one hell of a pass. From now, nosebleeds is ringing with a mouthful of sand. Dust yourself off, mount up right again. Shutting eight remindings every time's just to breathe. It's really quite simple and hard to believe. Cool. Thanks, guys. Looks like one more. Or? Cool.
Hello, can you hear me? Hi everyone, welcome to Cleveland Music Industry Conversations at the Rock Hall. Thank you Rock Hall for hosting. We really appreciate it. This is our third in-person event. We've made it through the whole summer, so looking forward to having more, and it's an absolutely beautiful night, so thank you all for coming. Wanted to introduce you to Jason Hanley. He's the Vice President of Education and Visitor Engagement at the Rock Hall. And he's going to talk with you about some of their programming.
It's all right. It'll work, Catherine. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thank you for coming out tonight. We've got both a live audience here in the house and those of you watching out on the stream. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm pointing at Adam, our cameraman. Hello, Adam. So thank you for being here this evening. We're thrilled to be the host of this evening's Music Industry Night and grateful to be together. I think that's one of the things that really struck me about this whole program is getting people together to come out and talk about Cleveland and about the music industry. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has welcomed over 13 million visitors since we opened here in 1995, and we're committed to not only serving as a global destination, but also as a member of a vibrant and growing music ecosystem here in Cleveland. Like all of you watching and here tonight, we work and live here in Cleveland. We love music, and we love the city of Cleveland. We're here to support not only our inductees, but also to champion local artists. And we do this through many of our programs here, including Rock Hall Live, our summer concert season, which we just ended about 2 weeks ago, the High School Rock Off, which we've hosted here for many years now, our Resident Rocker program, which I know Catherine Klessman on our team talked about in this session, I think 2 times ago, right? And our Induction Week and many more programs that we host here at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In these past 18 months, we've all faced challenges. And like many of you, we've had to close our doors for a while. We've had to say goodbye to many of our fellow staff members. We've lost revenue and had to tighten our belts. Like you, we were eager to get back to live music in full capacity and a sense of feeling closer to normal. And while we're not quite there yet, we're all moving forward together. Thank you to all the venues and to all of you who have truly been leaders over the last year. I think it's been a really interesting time to come together to not only try and get through what we've all been dealing with, but to come together and advocate for the arts, to advocate for music, and for what Cleveland is doing in those areas. And we want all of you to know that we're here to help, and we're happy to share our stages, our plaza, our lawn, and our other resources to help support our community. And I say that literally, not just figuratively. If you have a program that you can't do at your venue indoors and you're trying to find a space to do it, this plaza can do it. Contact me, contact Catherine Klessman or Lisa V on our team, and let us know. There might be a way we can move your event or help your community event happen here at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And again, we're truly here for the Cleveland community. So as we prepare to host the 2021 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony, it will kick off with a week of activities that Catherine will talk about shortly. But we're also honored to partner with 8 local venues, including the Beachland, the Grog Shop, the Music Box, Mayhall's, Happy Dog, Bop Stop, and the Agora, and the House of Blues. All who are going to be putting on shows throughout the week of inductions. And we're really excited to help amplify that energy and to really make Cleveland shine as part of inductions. You know, the induction ceremony happens, here in Cleveland. It used to be at Public Hall. This year we're going to be at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. But we're really excited to make that a destination for people around the country and, quite frankly, around the world who travel to the induction ceremonies. And we want the music and activity and the vibrant aspects of Cleveland to really shine throughout that week. So thank you to all those clubs for being part of it. And we look forward to promoting and attending those shows. So I want to talk for a few moments about some opportunities, too, that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame particularly provides for musicians here in Cleveland. So if you're a young musician out there, an established musician, somebody who's looking for a way to jumpstart your career or just make connections in a way you haven't done before, we're trying to do a lot of those different things here at the museum. One, we are looking for bands to play and perform here at the Rock Hall. One of the great things, not only this summer, but last summer as well in 2020, we hosted our live and local music series, where we have live bands on the plaza on our big stage, and even some here on this beer garden stage that I'm standing on today, come out and perform. And we're really looking for bands who have a strong social media presence. They're excited. They want to get out there. They want to connect to the local community here in Cleveland, because we can really help amplify that through all of our channels and what we're doing. This plaza is very big. Many of you have been here for shows before. We can fit a lot of people out on our PNC Rock Hall Live stage, or even a smaller number of guests right here in our beer garden. So we're looking for artists who not only want to play a show, but are excited to connect to the history of rock and roll and the history of music here in Cleveland. So as part of that, one of the things we do that's a little bit different maybe than other venues is we ask all the bands who play here to record videos talking about their upcoming shows, talking about maybe Rock Hall inductees that they connect with, talking about the influences they've had on their music. So as part of that, we also ask every artist who plays here to perform a song by a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee. And if any of you came to the shows throughout the summer, both this is for local bands, but also national touring bands or regional touring bands, they all got on our stage this summer and at least did one song by a Hall of Fame inductee. And many of them picked inductees I would not have thought they would have picked, and did really cool, innovative versions of those songs. So it was fun for us, because a lot of us didn't know which songs they were going to do during their set. So it was fun to sit out here this summer and find out who they were going to cover. We also work on a program called Guest Sets, where we ask many of the artists performing here to talk on camera about 5 to 10 songs that influenced them in their career. And that always astonishes me in really positive and exciting ways. You know, you would think, oh, this is a goth band we've got tonight. They're going to pick Bauhaus and they're going to pick David Bowie. But suddenly then they go on and they tell you, no, I picked this song by Hall & Oates. And it completely changed the way I thought about songwriting. And you think, that's amazing, right? This band that's kind of this goth band, and they've been influenced by this incredible pop songwriting of someone like Hall & Oates. Those type of programs for us are what it's all about, is making those connections between artists, between the history of rock and roll and how it exists today, between the musicians and the fans. It's a big part why we tried to get all the artists who played here this year, to come out and not only sell merch, but kind of do meet and greets cautiously in the time of COVID. That's why there's 6,000 microphones for those of you watching on the stream. I'm not just in a forest of microphones. It's so each of us has our own, and we're being safe, so I'm not spitting in the mic, and then poor Cindy or somebody has to come up here afterwards and use the same one. But it's really exciting to be able to make those connections. And I know all of you guys are out there doing that in the venues and clubs here around Cleveland as well, is making those connections between audiences and musicians. I'll reiterate something here publicly, that if you're a touring band, you do get free admission to the Rock Hall. I know that seems like an urban legend that people talk about, but it's true. If you're out on tour, if you've got a band at your venue out on tour, send them over here. They just need to have their lanyard with them. There's a quick form we make them fill out online to collect some information so we know who's coming, and then the band and the crew can get to tour the museum for free. So that is a true thing. It's not a Cleveland urban legend. The last thing I'll mention, too, I know we talked about it a few times ago, is that Resident Rocker program. It's something we're really proud of here. We've been able to work with the Coolest Foundation to get funding for it. And part of that is to pick Cleveland artists and musicians who are not just starting, but have a career. They've got songs out, they've maybe produced a record, they've been playing live shows, but they need a little bit of help to go to that next stage. And this summer we had a really amazing group of 3 musicians, Mookie, Marcus Smith, and Sarah Bailey. The 3 of them really, it was incredible to see them bond together in this kind of cohort this summer. They learned about merchandising. They learned about how to copyright their music and what they needed to do on the legal side. They learned about selling tickets, social media, songwriting. We got Ben Folds to come in and work with them. They learned about PR, how to do an interview. Mike Shea did a great session with them talking about how do you prepare to be interviewed by a magazine or by a media outlet. Our own media team with our great communications director, Shauna here, taught them about how do you, again, prepare to do television interviews and all these things. Stuff that every musician has to do all the time, but you don't really get a course in it sometimes. You don't get to learn how to do it, particularly if you didn't go to college for that, right? If you're a musician who didn't have a chance to take those classes at a university. So we were really proud of that Resident Rocker program. It gives a great way for those artists to do that work here, try it out, learn from all of us, and make connections to all of you in the industry. I'd also say if there are any of you out there who want to be part of that program as a mentor in the future, let us know. I know a couple of the clubs, Cindy, you hosted them out at Beachland, I know, right? And they got to go to Grog Shop, House of Blues. Yep, so it was a great way to get out to some of the local venues, find out about how each venue is different for loading in and loading out. Night of show, what is that venue like? What do you need to show up with? What is the back line at that venue? Things that a lot of us, I think, take for granted that a lot of musicians don't know. So whether you're interested in participating in that program, which you can do online, and thank you to Lisa Claus, who identified when we shared that socially, the form was broken like 2 weeks ago. Thank you for telling us right away. It's back up and running now. Websites, you got to stay on them all the time, right? And if you're interested in being a mentor for that, let us know too. We'd be happy to talk to you about how you might be able to participate in that in the future. So with that, thank you again for all of you for joining us. I'll pass it over to my colleague, Catherine Klussman, the manager of our family and community programs. And Catherine's going to walk you all through a little bit about what we're going to do here the week of inductions coming up in October for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Thank you, everybody.
I
Almost used my mic, but not quite.
I almost forgot and started using his mic. Hi there, guys. As Jason said, my name's Catherine, and I work here at the Rock Hall with Jason in the education department, but specifically heavily with Lisa V, who you all know, who couldn't be here tonight, to do community partnerships, events, programs, all of that. But one thing I am heading up is a lot of our project management for our induction ceremony. So I'm not planning all the inductions, but I'm project managing all the teams that are putting everything together and making this happen. And Jason and I were just joking earlier this evening. I feel like we've been planning this induction for 2 years, because we have. We started planning it fall 2 years ago, and then got very close in February, and then obviously that didn't happen. And then when we moved it to November, we got excited and started planning it again, and then that didn't happen. And so we're finally there. I was like, I just need to get this. We just need to finish this and get it over the finish line. But we're really excited. We have a ton of really great things planned. We'll be kicking it off on Sunday, October 24th, with a large celebration day here on the plaza. The museum itself will be free for Ohio residents. It'll be paid tickets for anybody outside of Ohio, but the museum will be free for Ohio residents. On the plaza itself, we'll have live music, we'll have family-friendly activities, we'll have several vendors set up, including our store, but then also local clubs, which hopefully Lisa V reached out to the local clubs about setting up. So I'm getting a nod from Cindy, good. But also we'll have several local record shops and other local vendors set up to have a nice vendor fest style setup. Tons of things we're putting together. That'll be a really long, fantastic day of live performances on both stages here. That plaza part will be completely free, so anybody can come up and enjoy all of those festivities, but then people can also visit the museum. Throughout the rest of the week, we'll have activation inside the museum. Everything from trivia to inductee jams and our garage exhibit. Thursday night, as we get closer to the inductions on Saturday, October 30th, we'll sort of amp up a lot of our programming, which we're in the works of finalizing now. Hopefully we'll be able to release some cool things soon as we tie them up. But Thursday we'll be open late, and we'll host a Rock Hall Nights, where we'll have throughout the museum all sorts of fun late night activities and things like that, all themed around the induction ceremony. Friday is where we're going to dedicate our plaque of our 2021 inductees. There's many of them. I'm assuming it'll be a very large plaque. Lots of different categories this year, lots of amazing artists. So we'll have a dedication, which will be really exciting, hopefully pending outside maybe good weather so that we can have a nice good crowd. Again, that would be open to the public, barring being able to be outside. Lots of different things going on. And then, of course, our induction ceremony on Saturday at Rocket Mortgage. Tickets are still available. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll be releasing some really exciting information about presenters and performances. So we're very excited about that. But like Jason said, we're really looking to help amplify the whole city, working with the different venues to really pull all that together and really share oh my God, they're so loud, aren't they? The seagulls? My God, and people feed them French fries, and then they never leave our plaza. Looking at ways we can partner with all the venues, like Jason said, to really tie together this whole week of festivities, not just here at the Rock Hall, because it's not just about us here, it's about everything else. So we've got tons of really exciting things planned with that. And we've been working with Amanda to figure out some ways that we can help with the busking that she helped pilot during the NFL draft. So we're really looking forward to that. Let me just check my notes to see if I missed anything. Oh, I think I got it. Amanda, do you want to come up and share a little bit about that? The orange? Oh, you want to? Oh, yeah.
And it's already at the right height. Perfect. Y'all saw me coming. Hi, I am Amanda Nix. I'm with ListenCLE, listencle.com, and we are doing a busking initiative. This is another opportunity. Our first one was with the NFL draft, April? And so now we're going to get another opportunity working with the Rock Hall, working with Destination Cleveland and a few other downtown partners to start identifying and safe and legal pitches around local Cleveland areas to start creating a busking culture, which we don't really have here in Cleveland. Just over the course of today, I've got a call for buskers out, and so far I've had a couple people say, oh, I can't busk, I don't have enough material, or I don't have enough equipment, or this, that, or the other. And one of the things that this initiative wants to do is help educate not only the performers, but the audiences. Busking is really only a profitable thing for most people if the audience knows to tip the performers. Let me take a big step back. What is busking? This is where I'm going with the second thing I was going to talk about. Let's just address it first. Busking is not a well understood performance avenue for a lot of people, I'm starting to find. Busking in its purest form is a performer going out on the street, setting up a tip jar, doing what they do for people passing by, and their pay is based on tips. We don't see a lot of this in Cleveland, but it's perfectly legal. Have y'all ever heard of the Saxman? We have the Saxman ordinance. It is okay, and in fact, in many places encouraged for people to go out and perform. Unfortunately, performers don't know that there are actually some restrictions around this. They may not know it's permissible. They may not know where it's permissible, how loud it's permissible, and what to expect as far as where to set up safely, where to set up legally, and how much money to expect. So the Listen CLE Busking Initiative is working with these large-scale events where there will be an audience, there will be people walking on the streets, where we can bring Cleveland's incredibly diverse music and performance culture. We've had more than just musicians. We've had circus acts, we've had dancers, we've had all kinds of magicians and storytellers, all kinds of people here who can show just how robust and diverse Cleveland's performance culture really is. But to really kick that off strong and teach people what to expect on both sides, we've been partnering with these events to make sure there will be people to watch, to make sure there will be people who are helping us find the right places to keep our performers safe, to keep our performers visible, and to start building a culture that other cities already have, places like New Orleans or Asheville, North Carolina. Busking is part of the fabric of the city. And, we talk about all these venues, the 8 different venues that were mentioned that are part of this, but we forget about the biggest venue in Cleveland, downtown. Every single city street is a venue if we use it right. So I'm really appreciative to the Rock Hall and to Destination Cleveland and a few others who have been helping identify places that are legal, identify where there might be power available for larger acts to still have an opportunity, who have helped find funding for this initiative so we can pay performers at least some kind of stipend in case they don't make tips, because people don't realize it. I mean, how many times when I was busking recently did I see people turn around, open their wallet, not have any cash, and walk away? Please bring your money. I want your money. We want to teach you to bring your money so I can take your money, and so can all these other people. So these are some of the goals that the Listen CLE Busking Initiative has, and we are looking to program primarily around Sunday. The big bash here will have some people maybe leading up on the main avenues coming across the bridges and such to kind of put them in highlight positions. We're also looking around the Romo Fiho, the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, to put some people around there during the actual induction ceremony as well. And then throughout the week, as we're talking about creating this week-long celebration, this is a really great way to take Cleveland music and music in general out to the streets, get more people involved, get more people exposed, get more people educated, and hopefully start building this culture. So that's where we're at. We do have an application out. If you're watching at home or if you're here and you're a performer, please check out Listen CLE's Facebook page or listencle.com/busking to find the sign up form. We are open to just about any kind of act that is safe to put out on the streets. Please, no fire performers. I'm tired of saying no. We really can't do it. Don't apply. We've got other things for you. But pretty much anything else is fair game. So please apply if you know of anyone who is interested in helping with funding. We all need funding, right? So I'm going to ask for it again. We need money to make sure that we can do this properly, to help build out a website, to educate performers and audiences again on what's possible, to kind of work on building a resource, a guide that people can come to and say, okay, well, I do only have 30 minutes of material. Is busking sensible? Oh, I didn't even think that I wouldn't have the same audience for a half hour, and I can play the same song twice because people are moving on. So, we're trying to create all these things. Funding really helps with that. Funding also really, really, really helps us provide these stipends to the performers as we do these trial periods. It's really great to be able to make sure that career musicians are making their money so it can be a career, and we want to advocate for the value for that as well. So if you know of anyone who'd like to donate or of any grants that we should be applying for, please let us know. That's busking@listencle.com if you want to email me something. So that's what we're going to be doing. Thank you again for the opportunity, not only to program a bit for this event, but for the opportunity to come speak about it. And I'm really looking forward to this party.
Thanks, Amanda. Next, we have David Kennedy and Cindy, who are going to talk about the microloan program. Is it both of you or just one? I didn't know it was going to be both, so our microphone count is off. Okay, are you sure? Yeah. So you'll be like yellowish green, David, all the way at the end. You can move it. Yep. Thanks so much.
Hello, Cleveland. Talking to the camera, not to you guys over there, all the beautiful people in the audience here. Well, hi, everybody. I'm coming here from a nonprofit here in Cleveland called Cleveland Rocks Past, Present, and Future. And we've started a music incubator program. We're talking about ways to support and help musicians in Cleveland, and this is one of them. We're looking for musicians in the area to apply to get support. We have a microloan attached to this and a support group. Think of it this way. You're working on a project. You're a musician in the Cleveland area. You need to finish your record. You want to go on tour and pick up a couple additional cities. You need to invest in some new technology so you can stream to the world. These are all valid and regularly encountered challenges and things that we're looking to help people with. You want to talk about ways to increase your revenue, to build your network, to be more creative, to have more time to do it, to move from being almost full-time to really full-time musician. So the Music Incubator program from Cleveland Rocks Past, Present, and Future is offering a small loan at really low interest. A loan of up to $2,000 at only 1% interest. And we even offer a grace period for musicians to get started and up and running with their project so they can start to earn some money in order to pay it back. And along with a loan, there's a support group, a network of professionals and advisors who are there for you, and other musicians who have applied to the program to discuss your project, to talk through challenges, to be a sounding board, to get new ideas and fresh perspectives, to do things like discuss your challenges, your artistic and professional challenges, things like issues with booking, licensing, publishing, many of the other topics we've been talking through tonight, how to do things, who to connect with. We don't just have music professionals in our advisory group. We have professionals from finance and lawyers. We're partnering with volunteer lawyers for the arts. The Cleveland Rocks Past, Present, and Future nonprofit is partnered with Neighbor Up and Neighborhood Connections to support this microloan project. This is not the only one in Cleveland. There are two others right now, one around a graphic design firm on the west side. And this is an idea that has been around in other parts of the world. Community support and financial support for entrepreneurs, and all of you musicians out there creating and performing your music are entrepreneurs, whether you realize it or not. There's people here to help you. There's people here to discuss your challenges. So I welcome you to connect with us at clevelandrockspPF.org/music-incubator-program. You can check out the application there and more information. clevelandrockspPF.org/music-incubator-program. We've had a couple applicants so far, and we've had one test case where a musician who wanted to go on tour came to us for support. We talked through his challenges, what he was working on, what he'd like to do, and one of the main goals was to extend the tour, have more cities, more dates, more shows, go to new markets, and to be able to pay his musicians more, the people who were supporting him on tour. Well, we were able to offer the financial support and the professional expertise to have him do things like add 6 additional concerts to his concert schedule, visit 2 cities he'd never been to before, sell 76% more ticket revenue, have 76% more merchandise sales on the tour, and increase his overall tour income 84% compared to what he would have done without the support. I think we can see real improvement in people's outlook with connecting to the community and discussing what we can do and sharing our expertise and digging in on your problems. And then we're hoping that the musicians that take part in this group will stick around with us, like become alumni, provide support for the next round of musicians. Maybe one of these artists will have a more robust booking schedule, and they can take on the incoming artists as opening acts and whatnot. But we're looking for you to become part of the community if you're an artist in Cleveland looking to do a project, looking to invest in your own music, looking to expand your professional footprint. So reach out to us. Again, the website is clevelandrocksppf.org/music-incubator-program. Thanks.
Thanks so much. We're going to just take a minute. If anybody has any questions for the larger group or that would be beneficial for the live stream, we can answer them now. Otherwise, we can all mingle and talk and answer questions, and then welcome Joe back up to the stage to play us out. Yeah? Oh, yeah, we can take answers on the chat. Great point. If anyone has any questions from the live stream, feel free to submit those. And then we can answer them here really quick. Otherwise, we can mingle and let Joe perform. Anyone have any questions for the greater group? All right, Joe, do you want to head back up? Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Great, and one of the reasons, thank you, great point, Cindy. One of the reasons we particularly have Joe here is he is the second recipient of the incubator program. So we wanted to highlight one of the artists that is a part of the program and has received that microloan. So we'll turn it over back to Joe.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate this microloan has been really fun and a good experience. My advisors, I got to kind of meet some new people, it's like David and Brent and stuff. And I've known Cindy. I've been working with her for some years now, on the other side of stuff at the venue. But it's been a good time and some really good people, which is especially in this business is it's rare because people are usually whatever. Oh, I like that. Some music going on over there? Oh, what is it? Oh, no shit. Okay, cool. I like that. This is off my EP. Thanks. You guys do your thing. I'm just glad to be here. Just really, look at this. Beautiful. Probably thought you were special. You draw the lines where you want to make them connect because it felt so electric. It was so fine when I recollect. Go tell your brothers, 'cause it's not every day that you meet your first wife. This might be the best day I've had in my whole life. Probably should hit the road now. Got things to do and deadlines to make, but if I don't say something all night I'll lie awake. I feel like a teenager when this happens to me. But it's all green pastures as far as I can see. It never pays to hold out, so I'm hedging my bets. When a man gets lonesome, it's amazing how soon he forgets. Bet your voice is soft and sweet, and your roommate smells like sage. I can read you like a book. My name is on the next page. Once your foot's in the front door, you find yourself behind a mile-long line with all these cheap Casanovas, unaware of what's now mine. When this happens to me, but it's all green pastures as far as I can see. It never pays to hold out, so I'm hedging my bets. When a man gets lonesome, it's amazing how soon he forgets. Yes, when a man gets lonesome, it's amazing how soon he forgets. Thank you. So the reason I got the micro loan, my pitch was to finish a record that I had started earlier this year, and that's exactly what we're doing. We're finishing the record. I have an EP out already, and I've been playing around, been in other bands and whatnot. That last one was off my EP, Because It's Over, which is out, and you guys could look me up, J. Anthony Wolf, on Instagram, and I got Bandcamps and Spotify's and the whole thing. I'm going to play one off the record, the new record. I played a couple before, too. There was a couple off the record. There's going to be 9 songs. Got a hot, dead room on the west side, a penthouse high up in the east, cold drink rolling under my driver's seat. She's a stone cold killer if you let her be. Your sweet sugar on the rim, I'm a patient man, but now that's running thin. Pair of eyes under the south sun, scouting a place that we can land. Never nothing but a half-baked plan. It's hell of a time to be a young man on the front line. It's heavy back, but we've got our help. If nothing else, hide my fragile body from the beast. Practicing safe sex and inner peace. Cutting me loose and watch me blow down the main drag, looking for a clue. Cursing like all proper bad boys should do. Jack's got luck and Bobby's got the skills. Well, Shelly's mom and dad are always footing the bills, and you treading the grace between them. Yeah, you treading the grace between them. You treading the grace, burning 3 days with a heart full of soul, just a hint of malaise. Yeah, you treading the grace between them. It's a hell of a time to be a young man on the front line. It's heavy back, but we've got our health. If nothing